I'm not going to comment on this, but I'll see if Jason and John want to. So I stay away from this. But Sandeep has a question, controversial. Any thoughts on connecting Tableau to Power Pivot? Oh, actually, I'll comment on that part. I don't know that I necessarily agree with the second part of this. Any thoughts on connecting Tableau to Power Pivot models to leverage Tableau better visualizations?
I don't agree that they're necessarily better visualizations.
Yes.
They're different visualizations, and I think this comes back to do you know how? What's the skill set? If there's an organization that's well invested in Tableau, they got people who know how to use Tableau. Get them to connect to Power BI data sets. Why not? I mean, it's just analysis services at the end of the day,
Yep.
And it's a way to get them using Power BI. Maybe they move it more across in that direction over time. Maybe they don't need. Who knows? But I think choice is good in all of this stuff, and the XMLA endpoint makes this stuff possible. Why not connect to your data set from a variety of different clients? So yeah, I'm a big fan of it. In fact, we just had a customer that was purchased our product. We're a Power BI based product, right? Completely Power BI based. And we had a customer who's a Tableau environment. And the fact that you can do this has led them to be able to go ahead and buy our product. So I feel very, very strongly that this is a nice option to have. Obviously, they had trouble connecting to it, and I haven't necessarily resolved that yet. But yeah, it's I think it's a very, very good thing.
Jason?
Yeah, I agree. It's a nice to have. I personally try to stay away from Tableau wherever I can. The licensing model, most of my customers that I've had in the past and currently have, we're doing things in Power BI. They have Office, they have M365 licensing. They've got Power BI licensing. A lot of folks are having E5. So if it's a corporate standard that says, hey, we have Tableau and we're going to use it, okay, go for it. But why would you pay for double licensing, in my opinion? Right. I think that the visuals in Power BI are getting better and better and better all the time. In fact, I spent a bunch of time on Friday looking through the gallery and looking at all of the new stuff because, I'll call them out. Matthew posted something on Twitter that showed a new visual that I hadn't seen before. It's like, holy cow, that's awesome. I believe it was something to do with music and metal. And, I looked at it and went, wow, that's really cool. And I ignored the content and went right for the visual and had to go in and try and find and take a look at it. Constantly, people are making better and better visuals. And I don't necessarily agree that Tableau has better visuals. But even so, I think the licensing conversation gets to be a muddy one. If it is a corporate standard and you're forced to go that route, I agree with John. Go connect up, and do it that way.
So that was the second part of the question. The first part of the question was any thoughts on connecting Tableau to Power Pivot models? I don't believe you can do that. As John mentioned, you can do it with Power BI data sets. Like if you're in premium.
That's what I would call a Power Pivot model. I mean, what's a Power Pivot model?
But you can't directly connect to the Power Pivot model from Tableau. Like if Power Pivot model's in Excel, Power Pivot is Excel.
Oh, okay.
Right. So you can't do that. Can't do that.
I equate the two.
But a Power BI data set published in Power BI or Azure Analysis Services or something like that.
If you've published your workbook, in Power BI, can you not connect to that data set?
If you've imported it where it converts the Power BI Power Pivot or the Excel Power Pivot model to a Power BI data set, then it's a Power BI data set. Yes, you have to do that.
I messed with this a lot, but it was a while back, so I can't remember what that.
If you keep the Excel Online experience, you cannot connect directly to that model.
Yeah. Okay.
It has to be a Power BI data set or Azure Analysis Services, and that data set has to be backed by Power BI Premium.
I'll bet you that has something to do with the engine version. All right. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason for that is the Power Pivot model in Excel, there's no connection string for it.
Right.
Like, how do I even connect to that? So if we just say, hey, connect to Excel, it's just going to, Tableau is just going to be able to pull from, or even Power BI for that matter, it's only going to be able to pull from the worksheets, not the underlying data model.
You used to be able to do that with Performance Point, right?
Oh,
You could do that.
Ooh.
You could use a URL to the file as a connection string. Yeah.
Yes.
SharePoint guy.
Oh, Matthew.
Yeah, he said performance point.
Did say
come on.
performance point. Or Micah. Micah made the best premium salesperson Microsoft has got.
Everything in premium. Yeah.
I just speak truth. That's how it works from a technical perspective. I got in a call with someone. Yeah, I got in a call with someone earlier this week where they were talking about like the cost difference. I'm like, look, I don't comment on the cost. I just talk about the technical differences and aspects of it. So from a technical perspective, this is how it works. From a cost perspective, I let sales folks do that. That's not something I deal with. Ooh, Thomas bringing out Silverlight. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the reference to performance point. I gotta be thinking.
Yeah.